Hello, race fans. We are back with a new episode of Pure Racing Pit Reporters on your NASCAR's official YouTube channel. And I'd like to introduce to you, as always, the Your NASCAR PR manager, Luca Guiglia, who's again with me today. And my name is André Wiegold, and I'm an editor and reporter for the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series. And together, we will take you behind the scenes of Europe's official NASCAR series. As usual, we will bring you behind the newest stuff around the series. We have a special announcement for you today, and we have the protagonists here to talk about with us. Francesco Garisto and 42 Racing team manager Marco Raggi.
Marco Raggi brought 42 Racing to the Euro NASCAR grid in 2020, and Francesco was one of the first drivers to join the team. A rookie in the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series, Garisto went through the NWES drivers recruitment program and made his debut in Vallelunga in September in the first event of the season. The 18-year-old delivered the best result for 42 Racing in Zolder with a third place in Euro NASCAR 2, but the progress was cut short, unfortunately, by COVID-related issues for the team. 42 Racing couldn't take part in the last three events of the season, but they are, well, back together. Welcome, Marco and Francesco.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
So basically, it's Raggi. I still need to practice a little bit more my Italian. It's Raggi.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I know it now. It's like Giorgio Maggi, Marco Raggi. Okay, I see the I see the things. Okay, we will start with the first question. The special announcement we have today is that the contract has been extended between Francesco and 42 Racing. What are your thoughts about this, guys? We start with Marco.
Obviously, we are very happy to have Francesco again with us for the campaign of the next season. So we start very early because just in 2019, we started with the preparation for Francesco to be present in the scholarship program. And so it's just started 2 years ago, and 2020, as just said, was our first full season, despite the COVID, because the COVID broke our plans. And so we started with Francesco in the first two races in Vallelunga and Zolder. Zolder was a very, very nice weekend for us and for Francesco too, because he catch a fantastic podium, and not only because also in the other race catch a sixth place and a lot of points during the Zolder weekend. So I'm not happy to talk about the COVID problems. Looking for the next year and looking for the 2021 with Francesco again, and we are very happy because we want to demonstrate Francesco is one of the driver to able to fight for the front position, and at the end we are happy to be here with Francesco. Is the first driver on USA, then coming days other drivers will arrive.
Perfect. Now, Francesco, what about your thoughts?
So my thoughts are that I'm extremely happy. We got a good deal with Marco Raggi, and the first year we always worked together. Also for the second part of the championship, where I raced with Marco Steep Motorsport, I was always under contract with Marco. So I really had a good experience with him and with the team. So we think that together we can be as competitive as possible, and I think we can fight for the championship win. And I'm gonna take part to the European NASCAR Series with that aim. That will be my main goal, and we both know, me and Marco, that we can do it.
So 2020 presented some peculiar challenges to the entire NASCAR Whelen Euro Series paddock, but you started very strong together. I guess the highest point of your season was the podium in Zolder, but what went through your minds that day, guys?
Sorry, I didn't hear the last bit.
I'm sorry.
Italian
Bad
connections, that's
connection.
normal. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, internet service provider. Yeah, I was wondering. I was saying Zolder was for sure the highest point of your season, guys, together. And what went through your mind when you were climbing? When you realized you were climbing to the podium in Zolder?
I was actually not thinking about it until I crossed the line. I was just that race was a pretty eventful race because we had plenty of safety cars, we had plenty of accidents. At a certain moment, I had an accident on the left side of me and an accident on the right side of me, and I had to squeeze myself through. So that race was really, really strange. I did not manage to understand I was actually on the podium until the very last lap, and it was a very emotional race. Also after the checker flag, because I mean I was there also with my family, which is seldom there with me. But yeah, the joy we had after the race with the team and with my father and my mother was seeing my father and my mother in tears after the race was pretty strong for me. So yeah, this is a good memory I will bring, and I will work to make some new events like this in 2021.
And of course, for you, I think it was very emotional as well, Marco, because the team was brand new, first full-time season in Euro NASCAR with good showings already in 2019 in a partial schedule, but it was the first full-time season, first podium in Euro NASCAR 2 with Francesco.
Yes, absolutely, it's true. So we started in 2019 with only one race with Ferrara in GP Italy in Franciacorta. We catch the 5th position in race 1. Was a good result for us because we never raced with the car. The car arrived just 2 weeks before the race. And also for Luigi was a brand new car, a brand new venture. And so we had the sentiment that NASCAR was the ideal terrain for us to catch some result. And then Francesco realized for us the first podium in our history during the NASCAR Whelen weekend, and so we were very, very happy. So also our staff was in tears during the podium because so it's very, very emotional to be there to celebrate a podium with our drivers. And also, I repeat, with Francesco, because we started from scratch with him, and so it's very, very nice to have a young driver on the podium starting from scratch, not only having the champ with us, and so it's natural to have the champ on the podium.
And Francesco, you were always enthusiastic about the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series when you were around the paddock and also on social media, and you made some new friends in the paddocks. But we have the question, who are your favorite colleagues?
I'm not gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm sure I have many relationships with many drivers. There was always a big, we can say, friendship among drivers and respect. And this is something I really appreciate because if there's respect, then there will also be good racing. So sometimes we might have had really hard fought battles, maybe a bit too much sometimes, but still, this is hard racing. So we're here to race. So no one goes on track to try and finish second or third or fourth. We're all there to win. So if we have to fight, we're gonna fight. But what I really like about NASCAR is that there's respect. I had the chance to get to know many drivers coming from all over the world. This was my first year racing in an international series. So yeah, apart the racing side, it was a really important experience for my personal side too. So yeah, traveling all Europe, getting to know many new people, many new drivers, new team members. This is something it's really important for me also because I'm really young. So this is a big step for my life.
But I can remember one situation. I think it was the last race, and you had a track walk around Valencia with Ander Villarinho, and
Yes.
we also counted the corners together. And this guy, he knows every centimeter. And just talk us through this special lap when you were together with Ander Villarinho by foot.
So in Valencia, that was the first weekend I had the chance to race with him. We didn't race together because he was in Elite One, in Euro NASCAR 1, and I was in Euro NASCAR 2. So, but we shared the car, and he taught me everything about the track. I mean, he is really, he lives there. That's his home track. I had never been there. And yeah, as you just said, when we did the track walk together, he just told me everything about the track. For example, you have to put the tires here and not 10 centimeters on the right because you will lose time. And all these little perks that it's funny to talk about it, but it's also really useful for us drivers to understand, and especially for me, that I'm still a rookie and getting having Ander Villarinho as a teacher has been very, very positive for me. And also having in the first 2 races of the championship, Gigi Ferrara, which is also a pro driver. He's raced all over the world. He has 30 years of racing experience behind. So that was also really useful for me. So every time I have the chance to stay with people who have experience, I really try to get the maximum out of it.
The next question is for Marco. We have seen the learning curve of Francesco over the year, but he was also impressive when he was participating in the drivers recruitment program made by the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series. And it's a great platform for young drivers like Francesco to shine and to get into the series. So what's the plan moving forward for 42 Racing? Is the recruitment program another important part for the team to grow?
Oh, yes. As you mentioned, the recruitment program is as a proof of that, because he had a huge help for the 2020 season. So at the same time, for the program we are working on, and so it's not easy because traveling to France and so internationally is a little bit a problem, but we are working on this. Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. This one is for both. We really hope as NASCAR Whelen Euro Series to be able to welcome back fans in 2021. So I was wondering, what is the event you are looking forward the most in 2021? Who's gonna go first?
I don't know. I can go.
Francesco.
You mean the track? Because I would tell you,
yes,
the track where I'll win. So, but since I do not know it yet, I would say probably I don't know. Vallelunga would be my home race. Also, if it's not my home track, because my home track is Monza. I live in Monza, but we do not race in Monza. So I'd probably go with Zolder, because I really like that track and the facilities too, and the history that track has. It's amazing. So I really fell in love with it. But also Valencia. Valencia is also a hell of a track. I really liked it. It's pretty difficult because you often go out of the track, out of the track limits without knowing it, because you do not have grass on the outside, but you have asphalt. So it's pretty tricky. But yeah, I think those two are the tracks which I'm really looking forward to going in.
For me, I remind Bransacci because waiting for people in the paddock around the circuit, Bransacci is really spectacular. I had the occasion to see the past edition, and I'm waiting for UK absolutely. Hoping the people around.
I can totally understand that part with Bransacci. Gian, just one question: which one is yours? Are you allowed to tell something?
It's the one in which we will have public again. The first one.
Okay, for me, I will be honest. For me, it's Hockenheim because it's my home race. Despite Zolder is closer to my home, but the second one, of course, Bransacci, because it has a special atmosphere. But we are talking about little parts. All the events are just great. And if you're living in Spain, Valencia is just awesome for all the Benelux guys. Zolder is awesome also for the German guys. Hockenheim and also Grobnik and Most, where we have a completely different area. So the calendar is so diverse and so interesting with different tracks. So I like all of them. But of course, I'm from Germany, so I have to say Hockenheim. So just to have this. When we are on those stories, let's put a smile on our faces. When we say that, our favorite question is coming in, and we start with Francesco. What was the funniest story of 2020 for you, off or on track? We don't care, but the one story you have.
The one story I have, let's see. I don't know, maybe... I don't know if I can say it. Maybe in Valencia.
Try.
In Valencia, I understand. That was a moment where I was not racing with 42 Racing, so I was with Marco Stipp. I had a totally new car. We sometimes struggled with the car, so I did not always have a perfect setup. So we weren't really super competitive. So one moment was when I defended a bit too aggressively, that I've been called from Mr. Jérôme Galpen because he told me I had to behave a bit better, and he explained to me a bit as if he was my father, that was not the right way to defend, but maybe I had to use another strategy, maybe let the guys behind faster than me pass and then try to pass them again instead of defending. But still, he's been a bit of a father with me, so he got a bit angry with me, but then we laughed together, and he treated me as he should have. So this is pretty funny. I don't know if I can tell it. Don't tell Jérôme.
He's going to watch it. So, but I think the story is nice because you can see that the boss of the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series, the president, the CEO, is taking the time on the track to talk to the young guys. So for me, it's nothing negative.
Yeah, this is something I really appreciate. Because
it's classic NASCAR. It's classic NASCAR.
Yeah.
Remember, I think if you go to a Cup Series driver, the moment they fear the most is when they get called to the NASCAR hauler to have a talk.
Yeah, it makes me think about when I still go to school. I'm at my last year. I have to get graduation, and it feels like when you do something wrong, and you have to go to the principal of the school to talk because he didn't do something right. So it felt a little bit like that.
All right, let's move on to the next one. The next one is for Marco. Do you already know when you're going to have the first preseason test?
Yes. Now we are working on the cars in the factory, and we have totally dismantled the cars, our two cars, and totally rebuilt. And so we are preparing for the presentation of the team. And then immediately after, we started with the test. We have 1 month and a half to prepare the season with Francesco, obviously, and also the other drivers. And so at the end of March, we start with the test program.
Very important. When you have finished the test, think about us, call us, and let us know what's going on. And send us some pictures too.
Absolutely. But also for the presentation, because we will make presentation in association with the American Car Club near Milan, and will be a nice atmosphere. And so we will send to you obviously some picture.
Perfect.
Of the event.
So that's it for another episode of Pure Racing Pit Reporters. And of course, you can interact with us. Follow us on social media, Euro NASCAR Whelen Euro Series, to not miss any information. Leave a comment below. Who do you want in this show? What are your questions? What do you want to have in this format? Let us know. And of course, if you don't want to miss any videos, subscribe to this channel. And from me, that's it. My name is André Wiegold. Thank you so much that you were part of here. Grazie mille. And arrivederci, ciao.
Dankeschön.
I wanted that one.
I know you wanted it. I saw it from your face.
Yeah. Okay, Gian.
Remember, race fans, if you have questions for us, ask PRPR is your hashtag. Keep following the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series on social media at EuroNASCAR. And if your dream is to become one day a NASCAR driver, visit euronascar.com/recruitment. Francesco did it, and here he is.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.